Hi friends, in this video we will be discussing about one more interesting concept as part of technical analysis, and that is trend identification. So friends, if you are new to market and if you are new to technical analysis, and very often we do hear that the market is in uptrend or market is in downtrend or market is in sideways, right? So based on what factors one can confirm the trend of a market, okay? So when I say the market has been in uptrend, but considering what factors I'm saying that market is in uptrend, okay? And I hope at the end of this video you will come to know about how easily you can identify a trend, okay? So let's get started first with an uptrend. So here one should know about a higher highs and higher lows. So ideally an uptrend market should looks like this, right? But practically when it comes to day-to-day market, it won't be like this a straight line, correct? So instead, well, the market is in uptrend, so it will move like towards upside by taking some pause in the middle, right? So this phase we say it as a slight consolidation before another upward rally, correct? So let's understand what is happening at this a small break or a small consolidation, okay? So this is how exactly the market moves towards upside, right? If you understand here the points where you can see the HH refers to higher highs, okay? The HL refers to higher lows. So friends, consider that the market has been started from here, okay, after some consolidation and trying to move towards upside. So the first highest point that we have recorded as highest high. So after the market reaching to this point, so it started falling slightly, right? And at some point, again it has taken some support and then it has bounced back, right? And this point is considered as a higher low, okay? When the market is in uptrend, the point at which it makes a new high is considered as higher high, and during the uptrend, if it is making any low, and it is called as a higher low, all right? And if you see from this point, it has bounced back, and again we have seen a new high which is above the previous higher high, right? If you see, this is our higher high, first higher high, right? And the second higher high is above the first higher high, correct? And then next, what happened, friends? From here again the market started falling down slightly, and at some price point it took support, and from the support line it has bounced back, correct? Again this point is referred as higher lows, okay? So if you clearly notice, this higher low is above the previous higher low, right? And imagine, by any chance, if the market comes down and even goes below this first higher low, then we can say that there is a trend reversal, all right? So this is how you can identify and you can confirm that the trend is an uptrend if it follows these rules, okay? So always remember that a new higher high should be above the previous higher high. And similarly, when it comes to higher lows also, always the new higher lows should be above the previous higher low, okay? So when a trend has followed these rules, then we can say it as an uptrend, okay? So this is how in chart we see an uptrend looks like. It forms with a higher highs and higher lows, and the moment when it breaks the previous higher high, then we can say that there is going to be a trend reversal, all right? So sometimes imagine that if the market is moving like this, okay, and there is going to be a trend reversal, okay? So if you see clearly here at this price point, this is the higher low for us, right? And what happened, since it's an uptrend, it's supposed to take the support at this price and it should go here, but instead what actually happened, it has fallen from this level and it has broken the previous higher lows at this point, right? Then there is going to be a trend reversal and we can confirm that there is going to be a downtrend, okay? So this is how one can confirm about uptrend looking at the higher highs and higher lows, okay? So I hope you understood about identification of uptrend, okay? And the next important thing that one should know is how to identify a downtrend. So similarly, how we have discovered a higher highs and higher lows in an uptrend market. So similarly, we have here a lower highs and lower lows. So ideally, the market falls like a straight line, right? But practically, this is how something it looks like, right? So when the market is in downtrend, it forms lower lows and lower highs. Okay. So if you clearly notice here, this is the highest point where the trend has broken, and from here it has formed a new low, and this is considered as lower low. From this price point, it has took some support and the market tried to move upwards, but it couldn't break the previous high. Okay, so we consider it as a lower high, and from here again it tried to break the first lower low, and it formed a new lower low, correct? So with the new lower low, again it took some support, but it couldn't break the previous lower high, right? So it has found resistance here, and again it continued to fall and to form a new lower lows. So this is how a downtrend looks like, and whenever you see the lower lows and lower highs displayed correctly on the chart, then you can clearly confirm that the market is in downtrend. Okay, so well, the market is in downtrend like this. Okay, and if at some price point there is some consolidation again, there may be a reversal. Okay, so here if you see, this is a lower low, right? So this is acting as a support. If it breaks this support, then you can consider that it is going to be a downtrend. But instead, what happened? So at this price point, this is acting as a resistance, and at this price point, so it broke the resistance at this level, and there is a trend reversal, right? And it formed a new highs. So then you can confirm that there is a trend reversal in the market. All right. So this is how you can identify a downtrend based on the lower lows and lower highs. I hope you understood. And the last trend that one should know is sideways market. Most of the times we hear the market is in sideways. Okay, so how to identify this sideways market? So friends, in this sideways, we'll not see the correct formation of higher highs and higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows. All right. So if you see, this is a support and this is a resistance. The market tried to move towards upside, but here it found a resistance, and again it started falling down. Again it found support here. Okay, so on the whole, if you see, the market is just moving within the range. Okay, it is not breaking the support, and there is nothing like a trend formation, right? Only if it breaks any of the support or any of the resistance, then we can confirm that there is a certain trend, but otherwise it is just a sideways market as long as it moves within the range. Okay, this is how you can identify a sideways market. So to put in simple words, an upward trend something looks like this, right? Whereas a downward trend something looks like this, where it breaks the support every time. Okay, but in sideways market what happens is it is not successful in breaking the support or resistance, but instead it will be just roaming in the within the range. Okay, so this is what a sideways market. So I hope you understood on how to identify an uptrend, downtrend, and sideways trend. So I'll try to show some examples on the real chart on how to identify a trend. Alright, so now we are in a trading view platform. So I've just taken a Nifty indices on the chart. If you see, I have applied 1 day time frame, and this is a candlestick chart. So let me go with a line chart so that it will be more clear in identifying the trends. Okay, so let's start with the first uptrend. So friends, if you see clearly here, and this is an uptrend, right, where it has formed with a higher highs and higher lows, right? But there is no point where it has broken the support till here, correct? So at this price point, what happens, friends? It has formed a new high, and here is a higher low, and it tried to bounce back, and finally from this point it failed to take the support at this level, and it continued to fall, and where you could see it has resulted again a downtrend. Okay, now let's try to look at a sideways market. If you see this level, okay, so it is perfectly a sideways market. There is no point where the market has broken the support or resistance, but the market has moved in a sideways for this period of time. Okay, it is a bit clear to understand using a line chart regarding the trend identification. So finally, to conclude, let me put in simple words to identify firstly uptrend. Okay, so when we say a market is an uptrend, friends, whenever it is forming a new higher highs and new higher lows. Okay, but the point at which if the market breaks the previous higher lows and form a new low, then we can think of a trend reversal in the market. Okay, so how can we confirm the market is in downtrend, friends? Whenever it is forming a new lower lows and new lower highs. So the point at which if it breaks the lower high and forms a new high, then we can say that there is going to be a trend reversal. All right. And the last one is sideways market. Okay. So sideways market is quite simple, where if the market is moving within the range without breaking any support and resistance, as long as it lies within the support and resistance, then we can consider it as a sideways market. Okay. So always remember, friends, if the market is in consolidation for a long period of time, and if there is going to be any break in the trend, then that break is very powerful and one can take opportunities towards it. Okay, so that's all about a trend identification. So I hope you understood how to identify a trend and confirm it. Okay, thank you.